Hello and welcome back. My name is Xazien. Budokai Tenkaichi 4. It's been the subject of a lot of videos, of a lot of discussions, and of a lot of regular people, just like me and you, wondering when we're going to get it, when will be the next trailer, and what in the world is taking so long to give us something. Well, here's the truth about it. The bottom line is, every gaming event, we sit here and we wait, especially for the last 6 years. We have been waiting for something new. Anything new that might say, oh, this could be the next big thing. We've been waiting for 6 years. 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I believe, it was probably about 4 months ago, we finally got some kind of, this is the new deal. And no, not the Storm Connections. We got a very short Budokai Tenkaichi 4 trailer. We still don't even know if the game is going to be called Budokai Tenkaichi 4. It could actually be called Dragon Ball Super Budokai Tenkaichi. There is no doubt in my mind that they may make that type of change. I've made a video in the past where I talked about what the game needs. And when I say what the game needs, I mean, if it doesn't have it, the game will become dry and boring, unlike Xenoverse 2. How dry and boring did that become with all of its customization after 2 years of playing it? Without the DLCs, the game would not last. So, we look at Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or Dragon Ball Super Budokai Tenkaichi, and we say, are you going to give us something of some substance? We saw the graphics. The graphics looked great. They did. But that is to be expected because we're in 2023. If you can't make a Dragon Ball game that has great looking graphics, then you're not in the right business. At least that's the way I look at it. Now, a lot of people would look at it and go, oh, well, no, that means they put so much time and effort to it. I feel like that you have to do that. No matter what game you have to do that. And if you don't, then your gameplay better be phenomenal. I mean, most people don't like Fortnite's. The way that Fortnite skins look, how 3D-ish they are. A lot of people don't like the way Xenoverse looks. I don't mind it, but I agree it's not the best. It could be way better. So I don't think that when we talk about Budokai Tenkaichi 4, a talk of the graphics should even come to people's minds. You know it's probably going to have a cool soundtrack. Dragon Ball games usually do, especially fighting games. Xenoverse had a pretty good soundtrack. Raging Blast had a pretty good soundtrack. So did all the old Budokai games. So, I mean, those are things that we're not looking at trying to dissect. What we're trying to dissect is this game going to be of substance? Is this going to be better than Xenoverse 2? Is it going to be better than Fighters? Is it going to be worth my time and money? That's the big question. And that's what we're here to find out. We're here to find out the truth. The sad thing about it is we've had 3 showcases since we had our last trailer. So a lot of people expected to get something, anything of substance, yet we got nothing. The only thing we got that was of any substance was the Spider-Man 2 and Mortal Kombat. Everything else was just very dry and nobody really cared. I'm sitting here watching these gaming showcases like, what are we looking at? Why are we looking at games that should have been made 15, 20 years ago, and now you're wanting to make it for the PS5 and the new Xbox? It's like, that's stupid in my opinion. Why are you not trying to break ground in what you're doing? So, every time a Bandai game would come up, it would be about something stupid. Listen, I'm not saying that the Sandbadmans, or whatever Akira Toriyama is working on now, I'm not saying that that's a bad anime. I'm just saying nobody cares. I'm not ever even thinking about playing that game. I would probably never play the game either. That's not of substance in my opinion. And I don't know, I think that they're trying to possibly just work their way around having to make good console games anymore, because if any of y'all have seen, I have made a few videos specifically about how, and I've had some Lagfest on this specific topic, they make so much more money off of phone games than they do console games. So we sit here, at these game cons, these Xbox showcases, these things, and we sit here and we wait. And we hope and we pray that they're going to give us a game of substance for the console. Yet, every time we are just left sitting here like, well, that's it? And that's the issue. There's too much money to be made in a mobile game for them to really want to make a true console game that, like what I had, and I know I keep pointing to it because my consoles are right here, my Xbox and my PlayStation, and it's just not, it's not in their best interest. They're not going to make the most money out of it. I mean, when you're making $280 million off of a Dragon Ball phone game, what, yearly or something like that, it's ridiculous. It's like $280 million a year off of Dokkan and Legends, just phone games. And I'm not saying phone games are bad. It's just, if you made more money off of cutting wood, but you still cut wood and did carpentry, wouldn't you just say, well, I'm not going to do carpentry as much. I don't make nowhere near as much money as I do just cutting the wood. And you would spend most of your time cutting wood. So when we ask, you know, for these new console games, it's not like they're going anywhere. I mean, fighting games they'll always be around. But the question is, it's like, when do we get a fighting game, especially a Dragon Ball fighting game, that's going to be better than what we've had? I mean, yeah, they've sold 10 million copies, but that's nothing compared to a Street Fighter. That's nothing compared to a Mortal Kombat, a Spider-Man, and Dragon Ball is the most popular anime on the market, by far. So, when we talk about Budokai Tenkaichi 4, yes, the graphics should look good. It's supposed to sound good. I just don't, I hope and I pray that they don't screw us and give us a lackluster game and then depend on DLCs for the game to not be dry. I know they're gonna give us DLCs. All games do that now. It's a gimmick. It's part of what they do nowadays. But the issue is, how long is it gonna take for it to wear off? It don't. They just gave us a DLC in Xenoverse 2. In Xenoverse 2, 6 years later, they still giving us DLCs, and nobody's playing it right now. Nobody's playing it. They gave us the DLC. Once everybody played the DLC, okay, Gohan and Piccolo's in. All right, that's cool. Even myself, it's so dry. So I look at these things and I say, man, I really hope that this game is not going to be like another Xenoverse. I don't want it to be dependent on DLC, and that's what Xenoverse has become. Years ago, it became dependent on DLCs to be kept alive. I don't know what they're going to do. And I really wish that they would, I hope that they prove me wrong. I just don't, I have a bad feeling about it, guys. I really do. The longer that they take, the more it seems like, man, this is probably just going to be like the next game, the next Dragon Ball game that's on the lineup. I hope not, like I said. I mean, y'all tell me, what do you guys think? Put it down below in the comments section. I do want you to know that I don't have my hopes up real high. It's just another game. But I do hope that, you know, they prove me wrong. I can hope, you know, I can wish. So, thank you guys for stopping by. I am Xazien, and I'll see y'all tonight on Lagfest. And Voice of the Heroes, actually. Yeah, I think we're doing Voice of the Heroes, too. If not, you'll see me. I'll be around.
Where you and I belong. Dry up your tears, all of your fears will fall from the sky, ready to die. We won't be here too long. I'm right back at it again. Another day, man, walking with nothing to lose. No one can control you, so don't you back down. It is your choice, so what do you choose?